106 miles to Chicago.
Welcome to Costco.
We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Say hello to my little friend.
Ever dance with the devil in the pale?
I'll buy that for $1.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass.
Get to the shovel! There's no flying in baseball!
And I'm all out of bubblegum.
To infinity and beyond.
I wish I knew how to quit these dead people.
Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe fuck yourself.
It should be Riddick. Escape combat.
There's Johnny!
Murder.
You tell him I'm coming! And hell's coming with me, you hear? Hell's coming with me!
Why so serious?
Don't you like clowns?
Bleed my own blood.
But the English language had deteriorated into a hybrid of hillbilly, valley girl, inner city slang, and various grunts.
Winners go home and fuck the prom queen.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to Pop Culture Kick. I'm Nick Zilla.
I'm Mark Becker.
Keith has a new job and a new work schedule, so we're going to have to figure out all this shit and rearrange for him again. So, in his place is not Ana de Armas.
Wow.
Mark didn't bring through his promise.
I didn't come through this time.
No, he did not. Do you want to run the trailers? We got some good trailers.
Yeah. I do plan on having a special guest at some point. But his people need to get back to me about that. But soon hopefully.
So
have a special guest.
Keith's getting into Warhammer, and so I started like doing research on it and picked up some stuff. I was gonna
right, and Henry Cavill's folks have not fucking gotten back with me. So.
I'm like, Mr. Henry there. Can you come on and just spend an hour and tell us what Warhammer is?
I think he goes by, I think he's French, so I think it's Ennui.
Ennui. Cavill. Excellent. Make sure you remove all your porn tabs.
Hold. Wait one.
Waiting. Holding. Dang, I realized I already put my comic books away. I got my books in, and I put them away, and I forgot to show them to everybody.
Aw, dang. Well, while I pull up YouTube, do you want to go ahead and start off with some news?
Yeah. Actually, let me show off some stuff real quick. So Megacon was over last weekend, which is why I was not on. I was nipple deep in people.
We didn't record last week because you
because me
didn't care.
I was meeting this gentleman.
Chevy Chase.
Funny story. Did you read that on Facebook, my story?
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah, that's funny.
Merry
Christmas.
I walk up to him and I'm like, Merry Christmas. And he's like, what a nut. And then he grabs my arm, right? And he starts like tracing the lines of my arm. And he's like, what do you got going on here? I was like, oh, it's Batman, right? And then I was like, oh, and I got Godzilla on my leg. And he's like, I got Godzilla in my pants. And he starts chuckling, laughing, and it was good. But yeah, man, it was good to meet the legend.
Old Chevy Chase.
Yeah, and then
Chevrolet Chasingtonfordshire.
Jen stood in line. So Dad doesn't know about this.
Oh, well, I'm texting him right now.
She stood in line for 6 hours for his Christmas gift this year. And you know how he has the whole wall of all the Sons of Anarchy? They're all the matching pictures.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yes.
Yeah, but Dad doesn't watch this.
Hi, Jen.
She's like, it's supposed to be a secret. Nicolas Cage. What?
It pops up every now and then in the podcast. I'm not going to tell Dad the secret. Oh, Jen.
She's yelling at me.
I mean, he doesn't listen to the podcast because the last time... Nice.
The final piece of all of them.
Yeah, Ron Perlman's going to be down at the South Texas Comic-Con in McAllen this month.
We got him. I got him years ago. But they all match the same picture. It's all, them on the bikes and that same thing. So
yeah,
pretty sweet. And then I got a chode while I was out there.
Chode. He's a chunky boy.
He
is a chode.
It's my little chode.
He is a fucking chode, dude. He's wider than his ball. That's funny.
Yeah, so my buddy Gary got one, and so we've been having chode battles. We post little dialogue boxes like comic books and take a picture with them and battling because he got one this weekend too. So we've been chode number 1 and chode number 2. It was pretty funny. So yeah, news wise,
news-wise,
Heat is getting a sequel.
Heat,
with Val Kilmer and
the
perfect heist movie.
The Michael Mann directed Heat.
Yep, it's getting a sequel.
Is Kumail Nanjiani gonna be in it?
I don't know. I didn't see that one. But I'll tell you who is going to be in it. The guest that you failed to provide to our audiences is going to be in it.
Ana de Armas or Ryan Reynolds?
Ana de Armas. She's going to be in it. Austin Butler, and I think the other one is Adam Driver right now.
Is there a official trailer up yet for that?
No. I think this is they're just now casting for it.
Okay.
But yeah, they're coming along with a Heat sequel. Man, they got some big shoes to live up to in that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's huge. Huge movie.
I mean, we can already guess that
De Niro and
Al Pacino.
Knows.
Yeah. And, that shootout scene, there's going to be a shootout scene in this one, right? They're going to have to do something to try to keep that, right? Because that's a big part of that Heat movie is that the
tension
and the accuracy of that shootout scene. That scene, there's lots of police and stuff that have used that for training purposes of stuff. If something came out, it was so accurate
they should be using John Wick now.
Yeah. They said Val Kilmer's reloading and stuff was perfect when it came to military style of how you're trained to load magazines and stuff. It's pretty cool. Anyway, I don't know why I'm talking about Heat. Everyone that's listening to us should have watched Heat 20 times.
I mean, police, well, that's the thing. Not to get too political or anything, but police aren't military, so...
It was military that had made that comment about the reloading and stuff.
Yeah.
Police were talking about it on, the aspect of if that happens, like, you know, how they got annihilated.
Yeah. I mean, you know, obviously police should be well trained in marksmanship and magazine reloading and stuff like that, but you know, they need a lot more training in de-escalation and stuff like that before it gets to that point where lethal force is used.
Yeah, and they honestly, the police should be doing more of accurate trying single shot versus trying to unload as fast as they can, and then yelling at the person to put their arms down and put the weapon down as they got 18 rounds in them.
Yeah. And, you know, they should be better trained. They should spend more hours training in de-escalation tactics and getting out of their cars and actually, you know, because that's another thing that there's a major issue with in this country is, you know, your patrolmen, your basic patrolmen, they don't patrol on foot anymore, right? Because cities are too big and all that. And so they're not going around and you know, mingling with citizens and stuff like that.
Well, back in the day when you had the beat cops, you know, everyone knew them and they knew everybody back then.
Yeah. And there's a fair amount of trust that the citizens have in those police officers when they get to know them as a person. And, you know, there's a kind of a disconnect now because they're, you know, sitting there in patrol cars and everything, and they're not interacting with citizens unless, you know, they get to a call or they see a crime or they see a traffic infraction or something like that. And so, you know, citizens tend to trust them a lot less the less they interact with them. And of course, with social media and the news, the more you see corrupt police officers or police shooting, you know, unarmed civilians or, you know, just police shootings in general, you know, you start to foster this distrust for law enforcement.
Yeah. Yeah. One of the big things that I noticed, I went on a tangent of just watching police videos, and
you go down the audit rabbit hole.
Yeah. The audit. And yeah, the biggest thing you see in there is de-escalation. They come in at 100 miles an hour, you know, and you know, this is it. You do what I say. There's no other. They don't even listen. The other person can be speaking complete rationality of, hold on, just let's talk about. No, you do this, and that causes a fight.
They you know, they have the badge, right? They hide behind that shield, and they think that shield gives them the authority to, you know, make citizens do things that they really don't have to make them do. And of course, the laws in, you know, cities and states vary by city and state, but and that's the thing, the cops should know that, right? The cops should know how they should be able to interact and everything, and the difference between detainment and arrest. And of course, citizens should know that too.
Absolutely.
Right? The difference between detainment, the difference between an arrest, the difference between reasonable suspicion and probable cause. You know, these are all things that they go over in those audit videos, because
I like
falling down that rabbit hole several times.
I like his videos because they pause it at each step of the interaction, and then he goes, okay, now let's pull up the codes for this person's area. And they explain it to us to, you know, hey, this is why he said this. This is why he said that. Because in this case, in this statute, I like that, because then I'm like, oh, that makes sense. And then he'll like tell us the law. I'm like, oh, that guy is wrong.
Right. And, you know, obviously, you know, a lot of these police, depending on how long they've been with the department, and depending on how long or how their rank is in the department and everything like that, you know, they're obviously not constitutional experts, right?
No.
And it shows in a lot of these interactions. You know, the Fourth Amendment comes up a lot. The First Amendment comes up a lot.
Yeah, like when the cops like arrest, like handcuff the person or try to seize them for saying "fuck you" or flipping them off.
Right.
And like, you can't do that. It's freedom of speech.
Right. It's, you know, considered protected speech under the Constitution, and, you know, several case laws.
In the thing that
high courts have defended
Yeah.
citizens' ability to say "fuck you" to the cops, or
The only thing that they say is in those situations was, unless what they say incites more, danger or peril, right?
Yeah,
So
what they call fighting words.
Fighting words, exactly. So anyway, we've gone on a cop tangent enough on this.
Anyways, not to be
Back
not to be
to
too
it.
political,
They're making a Heat sequel.
but Heat too. So let's see how many constitutional infractions they make in fucking Heat.
I have a feeling there's going to be a bunch.
Let's see how often they use de-escalation tactics before these gunfights.
Oh man, you know what? Jen and I went and saw Mario on Friday.
I heard about a movie called Mario.
The Mario.
Recently. The Mario, starring John Leguizamo and Dennis Hopper as Bowser.
You see John Leguizamo put out a public statement that he's like, I will never watch that movie. They didn't include any Latinx in it.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, John, we can
we
can do without your $12.
Yeah. I mean, technically, aren't because Italians, Romans, Romans spoke Latin. Latin is from Rome, and Rome was based in Italy. So technically, Italians are Latin people, and
we already those little straws.
We already said on a previous podcast that, looking through Chris Pratt's genealogy, he does have some Italian. So,
dude, he did good, man. I'm not gonna lie.
What about Jack Black? Is Jack Black,
dude? His fucking Bowser was the shit, dude.
That's what I hear. From what I've heard from people that have seen the movie,
it was good.
He definitely stole the show when it came to.
Oh my god.
His voice acting.
Seth Rogen's Donkey Kong was just Seth Rogen. He even had his laugh. He's like,
about that one too, yeah. Seth Rogen.
But yeah, Bowser was the shit, dude. His Jack Black's voice work on that was great. He's got 2 little musical numbers in it, but it's not full on music numbers, but dude, they're so good. That's on one of our videos I want to see, because Jack Black just released the music video of him singing that song.
I don't know if they're gonna be able to. I don't know if we'll be able to play that on here. Though.
We'll see. It's good, man.
All right,
but Mario, fucking damn, dude! It packed full of Easter eggs all the way through.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Just so many. There's a part where Mario and Toad are walking by, and there's a shop in the background, and this mushroom person or whatever was buying something, and he's like, how do you know, does it work? And the guy's like, oh, you just gotta blow in it, right? The old NES cartridges and shit. Just a little hint dropped is in background dialogue, man. It was good, real good, definitely worth watching.
Nice.
What you got?
Let's get on the trailers, because I don't have much news.
Well, here, I've only got a few things of news. I got 6 things of news. We can burn through them and then just end on the trailers.
All right.
We also watched Cocaine Bear.
Okay.
Oh man, it's not a great movie. Really, there's nothing about the movie except just waiting for the next bear attack. There's no resolution really. There's no plot. I mean, guy throws cocaine out of a plane. A bear finds it. All these people are trying to find the cocaine, and they all die from the bear. Extremely violent, gory, bloody deaths. And the bear is fucking hilarious. The bear straight up passes out during one scene. He walks up to this guy, the bear, and it's female bear, and he starts sniffing the dude, and the bear just and just lays down on top of the dude. It was fucking great, man. Lots of
so the cocaine was wearing off.
Yeah, yeah, and I tell you what, man, it was the people didn't really matter. I mean, they all almost die anyway. So, uh, the violence and the action that was in it was great. Definitely not what you would expect from an Elizabeth Banks movie. But damn, dude, I think it drops on like Peacock or one of those like this week or next week, so you'll be able to watch it on streaming. Let's see, but yeah, that was a good one too. We talked about this before. Chris Hemsworth is
Taking a break, a little sabbatical,
significantly reducing his work schedule. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got 4 things in project right now. That
probably stuff that's already been filmed that just needs to be
like
released.
Extraction 2 is about to drop. The trailer just came out for that. Things that he's got 4 projects he's working on right now, and then he's going to take a long break and then only do maybe 1 project a year or 1 every year and a half, 2 years type thing. He's just going to drastically lower his workload so that way he can just hang out with the family and stuff due to the was it Alzheimer's, right? Predisposition to Alzheimer's.
Yeah. And looking at what's been happening with Bruce Willis and everything, like you can kind of understand.
Oh man,
anybody who has that predisposition in their family, obviously needs to look at that and attempt to mitigate the risks when it comes to that kind of stuff.
People were being mean, man. I was watching because he had put that statement out, and I was kind of looking at the quote, like comments on those articles, and people are like, "It's a predisposition, doesn't mean shit." Like just going over all this stuff, and I'm like, man, like this is this guy's health, like.
Yeah.
He wants to go hang with his family. Like, he doesn't have to work. He doesn't work for you. He's not there, right? Like,
right.
Who gives a shit? Let him go do what he wants to do, man. I'm all down for that. I don't care. But, yeah, people were getting pissed and angry, man. Like, you fuckers on the internet are nasty.
Yeah.
Just like did you see the Bruce Willis birthday video? Where he was blowing out the candles?
No.
Bruce Willis looking rough, man. He's got his 1 tooth that's missing, and he looked out of it like he blew out the candles, and then he's just like, yay, like almost childish, and like and the other, like his whole family was around him and stuff celebrating it, and you could tell like Demi Moore was there and all that, and it didn't look good. You're like, holy shit, that's Bruce Willis, like. Yeah. Sad. I'm glad that he got out when he did, because it looks like it's taking a downhill turn fast on his
right. Yeah. That makes sense. I mean, he needs to spend his last days with family and loved ones and all that, friends and everything, and
exactly
not have to worry about any kind of what do you call it?
He doesn't need to be working. He doesn't need to be doing. Just chill and be Bruce Willis, the family guy.
Be around loved ones. Paparazzi needs to leave him the fuck alone too. Like, you see Bruce Willis out in public, leave him the fuck alone. Like,
yeah, dude. Again, you fuckers are nasty. Like, just leave this guy alone, man. The paparazzi, some of them, and they're like, hey, how you doing? Hey, what's going on? Like, and you can clearly tell, like, sometimes these actors are like just over it. They're like they don't want to pose. They don't want to. And I get it. You're in the limelight, right? That's what these guys' jobs are to do. But they get pretty invasive on some of that shit. Like, I saw the one where Tom Hanks got all pissed off because they tripped his wife. Did you see that video? It was a while ago.
No.
It was like a year or 2 ago.
Oh yeah, I mean, I would be pissed.
Like, they were walking.
Go in the way of other people when you're trying to take fucking pictures of me, and
Yeah, they're like, Tom, and they like got in the way, and she like tripped, and he turns around, he's like, what the fuck? Like, he's like, you fucking knocked over my wife, and the guy's like, sorry, Tom. It's like, you ain't on a first name basis with this guy, like Like, fuck off, man. Like, they're coming out. They clearly like just got off a flight. They look exhausted, right? Like it's probably gonna end up on those like Inquirer magazines. It's like
Sure.
Tom Hanks drug overdose. Bender, look how rough he looks. You know, alien bat baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's stupid. Anyway, moving on.
Anyways, I got
you got one?
let's see, numbers. Just looking at the Super Mario Brothers movie. Obviously it's number 1 at the box office.
Yeah.
For this weekend. 4 days in theaters, already 113 million. So
dang,
doing good for its first weekend.
My video
on that,
my camera freeze on your screen.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Keep going. I'm gonna fix it.
On that note, apparently, Jack Black came out about, obviously, if it does well at box office, then get a sequel. Jack Black said that he'd like to see Pedro Pascal.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that would be good.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
That would be good. It I could picture him or getting like Nicolas Cage to do, the Nicolas Cage thing in there, or get both of them to be Wario and Waluigi. That would be awesome.
Yeah, so Super Mario Brothers movie dominated at the box office this weekend.
I knew it would. I mean, it was so well done, the CG and everything. I mean, it's Illumination, right? They usually put out pretty quality product. In the theater when we walked in, there was people dressed up.
I'm glad they didn't put any minions in it.
There were people dressed up as like Donkey Kong, Yoshi, Mario. Like they're all the whole gang, like just tons of people dressed up as them. The funniest one was this like big burly dude with a beard dressed up as Princess. He got Princess Peach.
I saw one TikTok where they're like at the movie theaters and it's showing like the ticket register guy and they're like 14 tickets to like we want 14 tickets and the guy asks like to which movie and then it pans over and everyone's all dressed up as the fucking Mario gang and shit. And like,
John Wick.
We want to see Air. Which so far the weekend is second in box office for this weekend.
Nice.
I want to see that. Actually, Rotten Tomatoes has it at a 98% audience score, 92% tomato meter.
All right, so that's pretty even. So that means
it's doing well critically and with the audiences. So that's kind of one to look out for.
That's on my list to watch. It looks freaking
intriguing. It looks really good. Man. Yeah, I mean it's fucking Matt Damon, and Ben Affleck, back together again.
Yeah, exactly.
Always usually produces great results.
Is Avatar still making $1 million a day? Because it's still in theater.
Let me check. I doubt it.
I saw that
it's not even in like the top 5.
Okay. I saw that they're bringing, I think
it's not even in the top. Or yeah, it is. Okay, it's in the top. It's in the top 15, but no, it's not still making $1 million.
Still making money though, right?
Let's see.
I mean, it's got it's got so many other movies like competition now. Like there's
as of Friday, it only made like 147,000.
Okay, all right. It's still,
which I mean, I would love $147,000.
Yeah, so it's still pulling money. So, I mean, think about that. 10 days of that is $1 million. Right?
2.3 billion.
Fuck.
Worldwide right now.
That means we're getting a total of 5 movies. They said if it made 2 billion, they're going to greenlight the whole 5. So
and 113 days.
Okay.
So
hell yeah.
113 days at 2.3 billion.
I mean, it's finally No, it's finally got competition, right? You got
The
a
last
lot
day,
of big movies out.
the last day it made $1 million was Saturday, March 11th.
Okay.
After that, it came real
What
close
was that?
on March.
Ant-Man, right? Ant-Man dropped that weekend or something like that? Somewhere right there?
Let me see. Scream and
Or Scream. Yeah.
Scream 6 and Creed.
Okay. That makes sense. Okay. I believe Warner Brothers said they're putting out Godzilla vs. Kong back in the theaters because it was a pandemic release. It went straight to streaming.
Okay.
They wanted to bring in some more money, and
see how much money they can milk out of the box office.
Yeah, and I think they were even talking about re-releasing the Batman Robert Pattinson one because that went to streaming like 40 days or something after it was in theaters, and they saw like a massive spike on streaming and a drop on ticket sales. So I think they want to re-release that one back again. So I don't know if they are. I just saw an article that says that they're talking about bringing some of those pandemic release movies back to theater.
Okay.
I mean, remember that's what got them in trouble and why Legendary left Warner Brothers, right? They were pissed because they dropped the movies on streaming day and date. So,
yeah. What else you got as far as news?
All right.
I got like one more.
Live action How to Train Your Dragon coming.
Okay, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, I didn't either until I saw the live action Moana, which is crazy. Because Moana came out like 5-6 years ago, right?
Yeah.
And they're already doing a live action remake of it. So Disney is milking that. And of course, The Rock is going to play Maui, right? Because he voiced him. He looks like him.
Oh, no shit. Okay.
Yep. So it's going to be a Rock Disney movie, which, if you remember the old days of The Rock's acting,
them olden days.
You know, him and Vin Diesel did those kids movies and stuff, right?
Yeah. Yeah, the
Tooth Fairy, the Pacifier, all those things. So, when I was looking that up, they mentioned the How to Train Your Dragon live action. I was like, oh shit, that might be kind of cool to see a live action, like, Toothless and Burke and all that. Especially because Universal Studios is building a giant How to Train Your Dragon section in their theme park, in the new Epic Universe park. Let's see what else we got. Did you hear about the Harry Potter stuff?
No.
So, Harry Potter is like one of the biggest franchises.
I've never heard of. It just says Harry Potter.
Yes, Harry Potter.
Harry daughter.
Yeah, Harry Leviosa. So it's one of the biggest franchises out there, right? When you go to Universal Studios and you go to there's 2 different Harry Potter sections in the parks. 2 parks, 2 sections. It is Daniel Radcliffe. It is the cast of the movie, like everywhere. Everything, all those parks are themed off of the movie, right?
Yeah.
HBO is now going to reboot, Warner Brothers is going to reboot Harry Potter. And I get it. The first one came out like 20 years ago. But today still holds up in sales and everything. Like, it's still a powerhouse, right?
Of course.
Massively streamed movie. Like, the first movie I can watch, I can put it on right now and watch it. The first movie is just, it's magical, right? Chris Columbus made it. It's fucking great. They're going to remake it into 7 seasons. Each season will be a book, which means instead of 2.5 hours to 3 hours that the movies are to tell the story in a book, now you're going to have 10 hours, 10 episodes each to tell. So you
can really go in depth.
Yes, there's a lot of I'm pointing
stories.
over here. I'm like talking to your face, but it should be looking here. Yes. So I get it.
Yes.
I get it. That's kind of exciting because there's a lot of stuff, obviously, right, that gets missed.
Material in the books that they couldn't cover in the movies because you had a runtime,
right?
That you needed to adhere to.
And I get it, right? Because the movies are our generation's Harry Potter, right? We grew up. Well, we were kind of adults when it came out. It's kind of
Yeah.
It would be a little bit younger than us, but
Yeah.
it's still what I grew up, right? This is what I knew as Harry Potter, but a little bit, 4 or 5 years younger than us.
Are you going to go to the casting call for Hagrid?
I'm thinking, you're the wizard, Harry. All right. But I get it because this is going to be the new young generation of Harry Potter, right? And for the people that love the books, you're going to get more accurate of a story and get more of that stuff. So I get it, but still, like, to me, it feels like it's still too soon because that is such a massive powerhouse. Now you're going to have these two competing franchises, or same franchise, but two versions of it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you also got to take into account the fact that Fantastic Beasts is still, part of that too.
Yeah, but
and they're still probably going to be making more of those.
I don't think so.
Or no?
No.
You think that's over?
I think that's done with.
The Fantastic Beasts is done?
I think it's done. Considering in the new theme park, Epic Universe, it was supposed to be a Fantastic Beasts section of the park. Yeah. And they pulled the plug after that movie, the last movie's like dismal results. So they changed it back to Harry Potter. Again, they're building the British Ministry of Magic, which is the with all the big windows and stuff and the big statue that they go into in the movies. They're building that in the new park. So
okay.
Again, like, if they don't make the TV show sets match the movie sets, it's going to be weird to have competing. I mean, merchandise they can just filter in, right? That doesn't matter. They can mix the shirts between. But set-wise, like, if Diagon Alley doesn't look like it does, if Hogsmeade doesn't look like this, the British Mystery of Magic doesn't match, like, it's going to confuse people, I think. So, I don't know. We'll see what they do. I mean, this is what these guys do for livings, right? But anyway, Harry Potter's getting rebooted. Let's see. Ooh, here's a fun one. Did you know that P. Diddy has to pay Sting $5,000 a day for the rest of his life?
Sting. Oh, no. Why did he use?
Well, yeah,
use the sample.
Yeah, he sampled that song. Came out like 2099. His big song, where he copied. Damn it, dude! I can't think of the name of the song now. What was that P. Diddy song? I'm blanking on it now. Either way, P. Diddy lost that lawsuit, and now he has to pay $5,000 a day for the rest of his life. Comes out to about $1.8 million a year. He's got to pay.
Okay, damn.
Something like that. So, P. Diddy's paying a lot of money for taking that sample and not asking for permission first.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. If he used it without permission.
Yeah, it specifically says he used it without permission.
I mean, look, like, everybody knows that you have to reach out to.
It's the "I'll Be Missing You" song.
Okay, yeah.
That's
I mean, you got to get your legalities in order when it comes to sampling and stuff like that. Like, the music industry's worked that way for so long now.
Oh, hold on. So he put that comment out there, and the internet blew up, and then he came back and said it was a joke. He said he made up the whole thing. He's friends with Sting. Because I looked up the song. Diddy says he was joking when he tweeted he pays Sting $5,000 per day for sampling Every Breath You Take without his permission. It's called being. They spelled fictitious wrong.
Facetious.
Yeah, either way, he spelled that wrong too.
Being facetious.
Yeah, he spelled it wrong in his tweet. But
okay.
All right, well then never mind. He does not pay him, but the news people all over the place rolled with that shit because I saw it posted like everywhere over the weekend, talking about it. I was gonna say that's a lot of money, but you know who is getting sued? Motley Crue.
Or
they're being sued by Mick Mars of Motley Crue.
Okay, over what?
Would you like me to elaborate on that?
Not paying him enough money for performances?
Yep. So Mick Mars is retiring, right? His health is deteriorating. He can't play. According to Nikki Sixx, he plays like shit and he can't play the songs anymore. But yeah, so he announced his retirement and he said that even the retirement was bullshit. He walked in and everyone essentially told him he has to leave the band because he's.
So they're forcing him to retire.
Yeah. He has a 25% stake in Motley Crue.
That's pretty significant.
He says they dropped him down to 5%. They have John Five, who's going to take over on the tour for them, playing the guitar. But what it is that he's suing over. He wants all the financial records to make sure he's not missing out on any money from the tours, right, and any of the stuff coming in. And he's also pissed off because Nikki Sixx, over the last tour of the last year, was like mentally like just degrading and abusive to him, telling him like he's shit and he can't play anymore, like all this stuff.
Yeah.
And Mick let it slip. He didn't let it slip. He put it out there stating that he was the only one that was actually playing their instruments over the last tour. Everyone else played on radio tracks because they're all too old to fucking jump around and dance on stage and still be able to hit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's not surprising.
Yeah, so he's like, how dare you say that, you know, I'm shit and I can't keep up when you're not even actually playing your instrument.
I'm the one that's actually performing and not miming.
Yep. Yeah, because he said he refuses to do it.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta have integrity as a musician, but we see that a lot with a lot of these older acts. You know?
Yeah,
like you said, they're getting old where they can't play that fast anymore.
No, I mean, you know what surprises me is,
and of course, you got health issues and stuff like that. I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, these guys, the amount of drugs and alcohol and shit.
Has fucking carpal tunnel in both his fucking wrists and shit. Yeah,
I'm surprised at this age his wrists aren't just fused, like stuck in that position.
Fucking Vince Neil probably has fucking throat fucking polyps from all the fucking cock that he goggles.
Careful.
Yeah, that was very litigious, right?
But yeah, I mean, a lot of acts like that, you know, especially the older ones. For one, like playing on recorded track, like that's nothing new, right? People do that all the time. But especially if someone's like sick and they can't do it, like they'll use that as backup, sort of go along with them.
I feel really bad for the Ashley Simpson incident, right? Because that's kind of what sort of broke a lot of audiences, and they became aware of it when she did the when they had that little
where the tape got stuck.
They had that technical difficulty on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, but most of those bands don't play live during that stuff.
Yeah,
you know, it's. I remember, was it?
But nobody knew that
before
her. Like, nobody knew that before she came along, and they had that fuck up.
Yeah, the thing that really fucked her over on that was the fact that she blamed the band and didn't just like own the situation. She tried to pass it, but was it Nirvana? I think it was Nirvana when they did theirs on one of those late night talk shows or whatever.
They played
Rape Me, and they were told
played
not to.
Rape Me when Lorne Michaels had expressly told them not to do it, and that's why they never got invited back to Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, they shut the tapes off, right? Because they were also told not to play. They were told to do the record track, and they're like, "Yeah, fuck that." So that happens all the time, though. Like a lot of bands do that.
Yeah,
They'll say no.
But again, like I said, the Ashley Simpson incident was really like what put it into the limelight and kind of broke that mystique around people performing live, and a lot of people didn't know that they did backing tracks, or that they sometimes lip synced with fucking vocal tracks and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean you can't keep that every.
Well, yeah, you think about it. You're like touring. You're on a 3-month tour. You're playing X amount of shows every week, right? 3, 4 shows, sometimes 5 shows a week. Yeah.
And you can tell some of those big bands, like look at like Slipknot, right? They're doing when they go on tour, right? They're hitting powerhouse shit every week.
Yeah.
But you can tell,
and they're not jumping around and fucking
not anymore
on stage anymore.
No, they're too old for that shit.
Slamming into each other and shit. Like they pretty much kind of just like stay where they are.
And you can see, look at Mick's like forearms. They're like, you tell that dude's fucking shredding every night, right? Because he's getting there. The ones who
he's a thick boy.
Oh yeah, the ones that surprised me is Metallica, man. At their age, the speed they're playing at is pretty impressive. You don't see, because look at who is it? Is it Slayer that just retired? Those guys,
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
I mean, at some point, like you got to slow down, man. Like you can't maintain. Yeah. I mean, you could, but Slayer's been doing this shit for 30 years, 40 years.
Yeah. You can maintain it, like you can do it in the studio, right? But you're not gonna be able to do it live.
Exactly.
You can, and even in the studio, like now there's so many, so much software and stuff like that where you can.
Well, they have AI doing it now, dude. You type in the notes, you type in your. I saw this thing. Who was it? It was a guitar player that was showing this new AI tech that they have, where they literally will get the notes put in, and the computer will literally play the music for the notes that they put in.
Yeah,
they write it, enter it, and then they can adjust the distortion, the chords. Right. They can adjust all of that sound, so it's like perfect. And I'm like, damn, you don't even need a band anymore.
Well, no, and you haven't needed one for like 20 years.
No, it's just. Like Gorillaz or Trent Reznor, right? They're all those are one man bands that write all the music, record it, and then they have a touring band for them.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, I got one more, and then we're good to go.
Oh,
2 more, but one's like just.
But I mean, that's cool to hear that John 5 is going to be going on tour
with Motley
Crue. That's fucking cool.
Yeah, he's all over the place, man. Because he was with Rob Zombie as well. Someone else too,
Marilyn Manson.
Well, I know that, but he ain't touring.
Well, he does like his own solo stuff too.
Yeah, the dude's talented as a guitar player for sure. He's been all over the place. So this one's real quick. Xbox Series X is finally the series. So if you guys don't know, there's a memory card that you get that's proprietary. It's a solid state like M.2 memory card that goes into the back of the new Xboxes. Fucking expensive. It's like $220 for 1 terabyte. That's the only memory card that's been out for the last 2 years. That's the only option. You have a 500 gig one that's like 180, or 2 terabyte for like 220, or a 4 terabyte for 400. Like Jesus Christ, that's expensive fucking memory. But it's rapid memory, right? So you transfer something through there, it's like instant. There's finally competition coming out, and it's already starting to lower the pricing. So Western Digital is dropping their memory cards for it and their 1 terabyte is starting at like 160 or 170.
Okay.
So if we can start getting some others out there, other companies in,
Seagate in on there,
Seagate made the original one. That's the and I think they had like a 2-year proprietary, maybe.
Gotcha.
Which is why we haven't had any more, but now we're starting to see more coming out. And so if we can get some more, in there, get a Samsung one, right? Because Samsung and Microsoft are always partnering together for shit.
Yeah.
Get a Samsung hard drive in there.
That Lacey, the rugged hard drive.
Yeah.
Guy. Yeah.
We might actually see that come down, which will be nice.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, a little competition.
Yeah. Exactly. And so the last one I've got here is Sylvester Stallone kind of stirring up the SJW pot a little bit.
Okay.
The wokeness.
I've been told that I'm super woke. I'm like the Chad of
Chad.
Woke Chad.
Woke Chad. Oh, the soy boy. So his comment was, I'm gonna read it here so I don't fuck it up. He wrote,
you gotta do it in his voice though.
I can't. I don't have anything to shove in my mouth, and so his quote was,
"Just use someone's cock like he does."
I won't have a bunch of granola moms and their soy boy husbands tell me what I can and can't do on my set with my crew, is what he had said. Okay. He also said the wokeness can get lost. We don't need it. So he when he's doing his shows, right? So his Tulsa King, right? He has a whole thing. There's a whole line in the show about like, he's like, what's up with all these pronouns, right? Like, he's like,
hey, what's with the pronouns, dude?
I don't get it. Like, it's an old man coming into this generation, right? Out of prison and walking like into all of this shit.
Yeah.
So, but he was talking about like on his sets when he's doing his shows and all this stuff. Like, he's like, we don't need any of that. Like, I don't need someone over here telling me how to talk to my employees. Like, I treat them with respect. I do my show. I do the shit that's got to get done. We get done. I don't need someone's mom over here, Karen, yelling at me, because I hurt his feelings because he fucked up the job. Like, so I get it, man. I mean, even in Hollywood, like he's not the only one. There's a lot of actors out there right now and directors and stuff that are getting really, I wouldn't say pissed, but they're getting annoyed with what's going on.
Yeah.
Right. It's getting in the way, and we see it everywhere. And we know that the woke stuff is not working. They've been trying to make woke movies for years now, for fucking 6, 7 years, and none of them have been profitable. They're making a sequel to The Lost Boys, and I think the last article I saw is that it was going to be a den of women vampires this time. They're doing like all girls and that. So we'll see. I mean, it could work. I don't whatever, but if you try to go the route of Ghostbusters, you're not going to make money doing it. So and I like the 2016 Ghostbusters movie.
They have to make a good movie.
Yes.
That's what it comes down to. Make it interesting. Make it good.
Don't just do it because that's the thing to do. Like, do it because it makes sense.
Yeah.
So anyway,
which you can see where that can make sense in that universe.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. So that's
because if there's male vampire fucking biker fellas, then it's reasonable to think that there may be a women's.
There'd be an old lady in there somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. Makes sense.
Yeah. Anyway, that's all I got, man. If you want to do some trailers.
I got one more.
You got one more, right?
One more announcement about the new Star Wars film.
Oh, so
Daisy Ridley is going to be coming back as Rey Skywalker And it's untitled at the moment, but she's supposed to be serving as a Jedi Master, training
Yep.
new generation of Jedi.
So it is, which is crazy that she's a Jedi Master, but she has the books, right? So she's learning the way.
Yeah.
Just she does it all in the course of a week. The Star Wars Celebration's going on right now, and they revealed the timeline of all the projects that are going. And they brought out some big directors and big people that are coming to make some Star Wars stuff. I should have looked that shit up. But they're going all the way from the Old Republic all the way up to, which is what Daisy Ridley is going to be in, the New Jedi Order, which is going to be what takes place after these last movies that just came out.
Yeah.
I'll have to get some Star Wars Celebrations stuff, and we'll talk about it on the next show. We'll do, because there's a lot that came out of that. First trailer I got is Blue, unless you have one queued up already.
No, go for it.
Blue Beetle. So this was originally going to be a DC movie for the DCEU, but it's been converted to run into the new DCU series, James Gunn's verse. So we'll see. Should be all right.
All right, queuing it up now.
Got it.
Excuse me, Mr. Reyes? You finished scraping the gum off that lounger or what?
So this was originally made to be a HBO Max show.
Are you hearing the audio?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I'm not getting any audio on my end.
I hear it.
Okay.
Guard that with your life, but do not open it. You went in to get us jobs, and all you brought back was a hamburger?
Yeah, for some reason I can't hear the trailer. That's weird.
I think Keith had that issue before, too.
Okay.
How did you get it to do that?
Probably something to do with my sound settings or something.
Yeah, you have to. There's a setting that he changes. So this is I think the third iteration of the Blue Beetle in the comic books.
Okay.
But
I mean, like George Lopez,
Yeah.
He's funny actor and / comedian.
And so some of the stuff you can tell in this show, like,
looks pretty lighthearted.
Yeah, like I said, this was supposed to be a HBO Max TV show. So some of the graphics and sets you see look kind of cheap because it's like a $100 million show movie like that, right? That looks cheap.
Yeah.
Kind of world-destroying weapon. It's designed to protect its host. Sometimes it does what you want, and sometimes it doesn't.
I think I cut a bus in half.
The scarab chose you.
Blue Beetle.
But it belongs to me.
It's gonna be pretty cool. But you get that, you can tell, right? Some of those scenes just look TV.
Yeah. Yeah, like that ship looked pretty cheap.
Figure out what you're gonna do with it.
Whatever you can imagine, I can create.
Let's party.
Nice choice.
Yeah, that's neat. I mean, it looks fun.
Yeah, it goes.
Whoa, it's like Batman stuff. Batman's a fascist.
He says, he's like, it looks like Batman stuff, and he's like, Batman's a fascist. So yeah, it's gonna be more in line with James Gunn's universe. You can tell it's a little bit lighter than it would have been in Zack Snyder's. Right, so the next one is Secret Invasion. We finally got the Secret Invasion trailer. Marvel.
Fury. Since you've been gone.
You're right, so we have Nick Fury. A blurry Nick Fury.
This feels like older Marvel, which is good, right? It's a Disney Plus show, but it feels like a Civil War type show.
Yeah.
And that feeling, so should be pretty good.
Definitely gritty.
Yeah.
This is personal.
Very few of us know about the wars fought in the shadows.
Glad to see Samuel L. Jackson back as Nick Fury.
Oh yeah.
You feel responsible.
And the Mother of Dragons is in this.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Where are the Avengers?
This war is one I have to fight. Alone.
You're the most wanted man on the planet.
You don't know what they have planned for you.
The great Nick Fury.
Okay.
Some secret invasion.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Sweet. I got the scrolls.
Yeah. Let's do Asteroid City.
Alright, give me just a second. We'll stop the screen share right now and try to figure out my audio stuff.
Word. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom,
Beep,
boom,
bop,
boom, boom. So the comic books that I got in while you do that. Yeah. So I got in Spawn #1, signed by Todd McFarlane in a 9.8. I got Spider-Man #1, signed by Todd McFarlane, newsstand edition in a 9.8. And then I got Spawn 300, signed by I think it was the Scott Campbell, J. Scott Campbell variant, and it's signed by him and Todd McFarlane in a 9.8.
Nice. Nice.
I've got a book out right now for Frank Miller, getting him to sign. I already have that 300 book that I showed you guys signed by him. So this time I'm doing Batman vs. Spawn, the original. I'm getting Frank Miller to sign that, and then when Todd McFarlane does another signing, I'll get him to sign it too, because those are the two on that book that made it. So
okay. All right, what was the next trailer you wanted me to pull up?
It was Asteroid City.
Hemorrhoid City?
Yeah. Bum 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 bum. Boo. And don't forget to reshare. There it is.
There we go.
Now you can enjoy
Focus features.
You're not here.
We're not there. The car exploded. Come get the girls. I have to stay here with Woodrow.
I'm not the chauffeur. I'm the grandfather. Where are you?
This looks like a Coen Brothers movie.
6 miles 75.
It's got that very Coen Brothers vibe to it.
Yeah.
Each year we celebrate Asteroid Day.
Commemorating September 23rd, 3007 BC, when the
Lot of
average
stars in there.
meteorite made Earth impact.
It just looks cool.
Holy
Yeah.
It's Mitch Campbell. You're very good in the one about the tramp.
A lot of stars in there.
Oh yeah, yeah. This is packed.
You were very actually maybe my favorite character ever. I don't know why nobody else liked it. Oh.
Wes Anderson. I was waiting for it.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Okay.
blips and blips? We don't
Yeah.
know.
So it's gonna be dialogue heavy.
It makes sense. Very, yeah, very Coen Brothers, very Wes Anderson.
Solar system as far as we know, Billy?
Nice.
alien.
What's happening now?
I don't know.
I don't like the way that guy looked at us. The alien.
How did he look?
Like we're doomed.
Maybe we are.
I've just informed the president.
How long can they keep us in Asteroid City legally?
The world will never be the same.
That's an alien doing jumping jacks. That's an alien in a top hat.
What's out there? The meaning of life. Maybe there is one.
Are you married?
I'm a widower. But don't tell my kids.
You're saying her mother died 3 weeks ago?
Let's say she's in heaven. Which doesn't exist for me, of course, but you're Episcopalian.
In my loneliness, I learned to give complete and unquestioning faith to the people.
Oh, what
I
happened?
love.
What are you
I
doing
know
here?
That includes you, but it included my daughter and your 4 children.
Sometimes I think I feel more at home outside the
Kicking around with it?
Oh,
What do you do?
Me too. They're strange, aren't they? They're children.
Hang on. Technical difficulties.
Yes, that's correct.
It's true.
I mean, it's blue.
It's blue. There you go. It's like you highlighted it or something.
I do a nude scene. You want to see it?
Huh? Did I say yes?
You didn't say anything.
I
It
meant yes.
seems off.
My mouth didn't speak.
It's all right. The trailer's over with. Yeah, it is highlighted. That's why.
Yeah, okay. That's weird.
Yeah, that one looks good, man. It looks like it'll be just entertaining just to watch.
Yeah. Wes Anderson always does good.
Yeah, for sure. Master Gardener.
Master Gardener.
Yeah, there you go. Advertisements. Here we go.
The Nandina is a species of flowering plant native to Eastern Asia. The smell at certain times of the year gives you a real buzz.
It's cocaine.
Buzz you get just before pulling the trigger.
It's the opposite of cocaine.
This is made by a guy who's got some pretty big movies on him.
My grandniece. I would like you to take her on as an apprentice. She dropped out of school and then she ended up in a bad crowd.
You'll learn how to
I mean, did it say from the director of Taxi Driver or the producer?
I thought it was the writer. Was it producer?
Okay. I don't know.
I didn't pay attention.
Maybe it was the writer because I'm like, this can't be Scorsese.
There's not much to know.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You put the deep 6 on 9 back.
He's a white supremacist.
That was a long time ago.
Former white supremacist.
Yeah.
You're not forgotten.
Have you ever killed anyone?
Why would you say that?
Take off your shirt.
You're impertinent.
Maya's just finding her own way.
And I'm the Queen of Scotland.
Gardening is a belief in the future. A belief that things will happen according to plan. Who did this to you?
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna prune some leaves.
Yeah.
I have created this life.
Pick some weeds.
Filled it with rules. Now seems the time to break one.
Okay.
Well, it looks good, man. It looks like it's just gonna be like a level of like anxiety throughout the movie, like waiting for shit to happen.
Attention, yeah.
All right. Suzume, Suzume. There you go. Yep, that's it. This looks like a pretty
anime.
It's an anime, yeah, new anime movie.
Is this Studio Ghibli?
I don't think so. I think it looked like Toho that popped up right there, but I don't think it's Toho either. I don't know. It looked like Toho, but it just looks good. The animation. Animation's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That's why I thought it was like Studio Ghibli.
Yeah.
It kind of like
it's got that Ghibli look, right?
Oh yeah.
It just, I mean, look at that, man. This has got a budget on it.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And not necessarily a budget, because I know animators in Japan are not very well paid.
No, I'm thinking maybe time. This is a different trailer, but it's a good one though.
No.
It's a good one. The other one has talking, like it's an actual like trailer, but this is like this song one. But it's still good. People who listen only just won't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
There is
That's why you gotta watch the video.
There is a English language trailer for it too. Already. Look at that. Oh man.
That was cool. April 14.
In theaters. Yeah, it looks good. One Ranger. Yeah, it's it there.
Okay, so we got Thomas Jane. Thomas Jane coming back. Ads. Can't skip this one.
Ads.
Don't buy Febreze, people. Don't do it. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, One Ranger. Thomas Jane.
Ranger Alex Tyree. British intelligence. We're here with the approval of your State Department. I've been sent to ask you to go into Mexico and collect a prisoner. We believe he is planning a terrorist event in London.
Shame if it is, Ranger.
John Malkovich.
Got some good gun action in this trailer, man.
You knew they were gonna try to spring him.
He's gonna launch a dirty bomb. Help me track him down.
You've already talked to the Major, haven't you? Right.
You're in the UK now. Protocol is everything.
Yeah, okay.
Wouldn't you agree that that was quite reckless?
There's two types.
You're not gonna tell a Texas Ranger what kind of protocol they need to follow.
No.
They make their own rules.
We've got their attention.
Fortune favors the bold.
Show me them hands. Good luck to your Ranger.
It looks good, man. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse just dropped their final trailer. It'd be that one 5 days ago. Yeah.
69 days ago. Miles Morales.
My name is Miles Morales.
Hey, I just said that.
And only Spider-Man. And things are going great.
Oh yeah, You were supposed to be here at 5.
All right, whatever.
Whatever?
Wow.
Whatever?
So are you like a cow or a Dalmatian?
I am the Spot. It's not funny.
Don't do that.
Miles's grades are pretty good. A in AP Physics.
That's my little man.
And a B in Spanish.
What? Ooh, okay.
Miles.
Are you
He's lying to you. And I think you know it.
What's up, danger?
Miles! Want to get out of here?
Oh, when? So wait a minute. There's an elite crew with all the best spider people in it?
Who's the new guy?
This is unbelievable.
This is the lobby.
This is the lobby.
The whole thing was his idea.
What's a guy got to do to join this spider team?
You can never be part of this.
Don't even get
Ew.
started on Doctor Strange and the little nerd back on Earth 1999.
Come on, go easy on the kid. He had a terrible teacher.
Peter,
Miles!
Mayday.
you have a baby?
I have a baby.
I'll take it from here. Miles, being Spider-Man is a sacrifice. You have a choice.
Spider Chad.
between saving one
That was
person
what they call the Alpha Spider-Man.
Send me home. I can't do that.
I can do both. Spider-Man always.
Not always.
What about Uncle Ben?
If not for Uncle Ben, most of us wouldn't be here.
Can't stop me now! You can't run forever, kid!
I can't lose one more friend.
Miguel, this isn't what we talked about!
You knew?
I have no idea what you're doing!
Everyone keeps telling me how my story is supposed to go. Nah, I'm gonna do my own thing.
Spider-Man 2099 looks. Oh, Scarlet Spider.
They're all doing the pointing. It's awesome.
Let me guess. He died.
Looks good, right?
Yeah, it looks fun.
Spider-Man 2099 looks freaking sick in that. Barbie dropped their trailer. Warner Brothers 4 days ago, right there. Barbie Lane.
Margot Robbie. All right, Tarantino, chill out.
Hi, Barbie!
Hi, Ken. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie.
Oof, Paula Patton, yes.
Hi, Barbie!
More Paula Patton, please.
I can.
With the radio blast and goes cruising just as fast as she can now.
I thought I might stay over tonight.
Why?
Because we're girlfriend, boyfriend.
To do what?
I'm actually not sure.
I mean, they don't have genitals, so.
Okay, ladies, let's do this.
Will Ferrell, nice.
What are you doing here?
I'm coming with you.
Did you bring your rollerblades?
I literally go nowhere without them.
That's gonna be a fun movie. Oh, listen to this.
You can. If I wasn't severely injured, I would beat you off right now, Ken. I'll do a job with you any day, Ken. Anyone who wants to beat him off has to beat me off first. I will beat both of you off at the same time.
Beats both of us off.
Nobody's gonna beat anyone.
Fuck. Someone's getting beached off.
No, I'm gonna beach off right now.
George Romero, Resident Evil. It's another documentary.
Go to your
Don't do it.
It's fabulous. You know, I love making the movies, and it's great to
Right, don't go to Priceline.
It's like a flashback to that genre. And it's, you know, I can feel maybe a little bit like I had some influence on it. So I feel very flattered.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Romero is a legend. We miss him.
A lot of us weren't fully appreciative of the man that was been assigned to it.
What the hell is this place anyway?
It was only as you got older and you started to explore the movies and then read about his impact and legacy in the games and how the games were themselves inspired by George Romero.
George A. Romero's Resident Evil.
Pretty cool little documentary on George Romero, man.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah. And let's do the last one.
Oh, and that wasn't Paula Patton wasn't in Barbie.
Oh.
I thought I'd seen her, but it was probably an actor that looked like her.
Gotcha.
But they need to put Paula Patton in more stuff.
Let's do the Jack Black Bowser Peach one is the last one. Peaches. Yeah.
This is the song?
Yeah. Let's see. I think that's it right there. Yeah. He's got his Bowser outfit on.
That's great. All right, this is our official reaction to Peaches. Jack Black.
It's from my one and only true love, Princess Peach. Peach, you're so cool. And with my star,
He's doing the Bowser voice.
Peach, understand. I'm gonna love you till the very end. Peaches, 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 peaches. Oh, yeah.
His poses.
Dude, he does it in the movie too, like the animations. It's awesome.
Mario, Luigi, and a Donkey Kong too. 1,000 troops
Hey.
of Koopas couldn't keep me from you. Princess Peach, at the end of the line, I'll make you mine. Oh, peaches, 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 peaches. Ah,
Oh, fuck his poses, dude. He's dancing. That's great. That's great.
Oh man.
And cut.
And cut. Nah, you can cut it there. I don't know what else is in here, so I don't know if we're
Ladies and gentlemen, that's
Yeah.
a wrap.
There you go.
That's cool.
Yeah, so in the movie, right, like the whole thing is him trying to get the
Let me guess, he wants to kidnap Princess Peach.
he wants to marry her. And he does it by stealing the power up star, right, that makes you invulnerable. And he's trying to get her to love him, and he's like, look what I have, we can rule together. And he like sings these songs, and they're like awkward because like usually someone's walking in as he's like singing his song to Peach. It was good, man.
Pretty on brand for Bowser.
Yes. Let me guess, she's in a different castle.
Oh no. Gotta make a different movie.
So yeah, But that's all I got. You know, we did Megacon last weekend, and it was super slammed and busy, and there's so many famous people there, man. I had never seen a lineup that big.
Well, it's good.
Uh,
Yeah, I mean, well, South Texas Comic Con is this month. It's after, I think it starts April 24th. Is that a Friday? That's a Saturday.
So,
I mean, that's a Monday. I think it starts like April 21st, something like that. It's this month, and there's like a lot of huge people there too.
so this one, Megacon had Hayden Christensen, Rosario Dawson, James McAvoy,
Yeah, she's gonna be there in South Texas Comic Con.
Chevy Chase, Charlie Hunnam, John Cleese was there,
Legend.
Gwendolyn Christie, Sam Raimi, Zachary Levi, Charlie Cox, John Barenthal, Vince D'Onofrio, Katie Sackhoff, Nev Campbell, Matthew Lillard, Ashley Eckstein, Giancarlo Esposito,
Yeah, he's gonna be there.
Christy Brinkley, Steve Burns from Blues Clues. You also had Carl Weathers, Ralph Macchio, William Zabaka from Cobra Kai, and then the kids from Cobra Kai were all there. Henry Winkler, Lana Parrilla, Matthew Lewis, who played Neville from Harry Potter.
Neville Longbottom.
Yeah, Garrett Hedlund, who played Finn in Tron. Skeet Ulrich, Jamie Kennedy, Emily Swallow, Anson Mount, Ethan Peck, Martin Cove, who's the bad guy in Cobra Kai, Breck Basinger, Mark Paul Gosselaar from Saved by the Bell, Anthony Michael Hall, Gates McFadden was there.
Beverly Crusher.
Yeah. Emilio Rivera.
I guess Rosario Dawson's not going to be there. I thought that I had seen her advertised for South Texas Comic Con, but I guess not. Bummer.
Christina Ricci, Mario Lopez, and Sean Gunn was the lineup. Hey, Juice is going to be there.
Yeah, Theo Rossi.
Oh man.
Yeah,
same thing with
William Shatner.
What's his name? Edward Jones
James
almost. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking hell yeah. Steve Downs is going to be there. It's the voice of Master Chief.
You got your boy Greg Capullo. He gonna be there.
Ooh. Arthur Sudam's going to be there too.
Yep.
Ooh. I see my boy Sam De La Rosa. He's the guy who did the Venom book, Lethal Protector. Yeah, James Salcrom.
Yep, legendary.
Yep.
Legendary Spider-Man cover.
It's Todd McFarlane. Yeah, there's some good people there. Oh, hey, is that Austin St. John?
Yeah. Mick Foley.
Oh, Mick Foley's going to be there. Ooh, man, there are some good ones.
Yeah.
Rose McGowan.
Yep.
The Shatner.
Oh, Shatner.
Where's that one at? Corpus?
No, McAllen.
McAllen? Okay. Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
Down in the valley.
In the valley.
Down in the valley.
Well. I guess it's time for me and Chode to hit the old dusty trail. Oh, my Chode. This thing's so cool. It's a piggy bank. Or it's a Chody Godzilla bank.
You put coins in the back of its neck and they come out his butt.
Yeah, it's from 94. Yeah, 94. Vintage. Anyway, anything else?
Nope, I don't have anything else.
All right. Well, I'm Nick Zilla. This is Chode.
And I'm Mark Becker.
Thank you for watching our show.
I'm not allowed to show my chode. According to YouTube.
YouTube terms of conditions will not allow Mark's chode to be seen. Just know that it's wider than it is long. Stay salty, people. Stay salty.
And stay classy, San Diego.
Whale's vagina. You know, we've ended on that whale's vagina like 6 or 7 times now.
I know.
But it's a classic. Whale's vagina.
I don't know how to put this, but the greatest trick, kind of a big deal, the devil ever pulled,
Really?
was convincing the world. People know me.
In the name of God, now I know what it feels like to be God.
Jesus wept.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
Listen, kid. There are 2 things you don't know about the Earth. One is me, and the other is Godzilla.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Our arrows will blot out the sun.
Then we will fight in the shade.
How dare you say that to my face?
Well, I'd say it behind your back, but my car's only got half a tank again.